the state when they were talking to me about becoming an ambassador and going to a foreign country. And they said, we'd like you to go and be the ambassador to the OSCE. The OSCE, the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, is an international organization headquartered in Vienna, Austria. OSCE is the principal security organization in the world. It's really more important than the United Nations. The United Nations is scattered all over everywhere. It thinks about lots of things. This is an organization dedicated to national security in Europe. When I was the ambassador, President Trump had sent a delegation over to renegotiate what is called the New START Treaty, which is a nuclear treaty over there. And the Trump people came to me and they said, you know, you're our host here, just want you to know the Russians have been putting nuclear missiles into Eastern Europe. We intend to negotiate those back out again in order to give them the extension of this treaty. President Biden came in, he just gave them the treaty. Didn't even think about that. Well, Putin noticed that kind of thing. The next thing is Putin builds up his different forces on the borders, and then he says, I want to have a summit conference with President Biden. Biden says, okay, I'll give you a summit conference. And I wrote a note that said he should not do that. He should not build up the prestige of Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin's a thug. He shouldn't be meeting with the president of the free world. The fact is that this is not about Russia's safety and security. It is not. This is about Russia's desire and Vladimir Putin's desire, his lifelong ambition to reassemble the Russian Empire. That's what this is about with these weapons that we are sending. As a result of that, I don't think that Vladimir Putin can take the country over. It doesn't look like he can. Maybe in the end of the day that he can. The Americans have had this bad habit of just assuming that the Ukrainians are going to lose. Well, the Ukrainians don't think they're going to lose. I went to join an organization called the American Foreign Policy Council. The head of that organization, I said, you know, don't we have a problem that the Russians care more about conquering Ukraine than we Americans care about protecting it? And he said, that's true. He said, but the Russians don't care more about conquering Ukraine than the Ukrainians care about protecting their own country. That is proven to be true. And they are making the Russians pay a terrible price right now. The decision was made that it wasn't worth the gamble. So we're not putting soldiers into Ukraine, but we are sending material into Ukraine each and every day, and that is making a big difference. You know, the answer is, will they win? We don't know, but you can make them lose as a matter of long-term strategy. Even if they brutalize another country and conquer it, you make the good friends in the West more resolute, more committed, more determined. And that is a strategic, a long-term loss for the Russians. And I think they didn't count on that. They didn't count on that. They counted on a quick victory and to send a message with the puppet government that they were doing the right thing. That is now impossible. So even if they overrun the Ukrainian army, I think they lose